Hello everyone. Coming up on Southern Cross News, Cadbury is set to shut the doors of its Claremont Visitor Centre, leaving an uncertain future for 11 of its employees. The closure follows declining visitation numbers as the company shifts its core focus to manufacturing. A new multi-million-dollar partnership to boost Tasmania as the gateway to the Antarctic. A satellite launched into space set to deliver fast internet to remote parts of Australia. Tasmania leading the nation with a specialised ship simulator training tool, and the West Coast Eagles offended following drug allegations made by a 2006 premiership player. See you soon. Tonight, Cadbury to close its iconic Hobart Visitor Centre. A new partnership reinforcing Tasmania as the Antarctic gateway. Russia launches airstrikes in Syria with questions over its targets. Faster internet on the way for remote parts of Australia. And the Eagles rocked following drug allegations by Daniel Chick.
This is Southern Cross News with Joe Palmer.
Good evening, everyone. A Tasmanian tourism icon will close its doors by Christmas, leaving more local Cadbury workers without a job in the latest company shake-up. The visitor centre has been open for decades, but hopes it will live on despite knocking back $16 million in federal funding appear to be melting away.
Cadbury breaking the news to 11 staff this morning, saying they'll be out of the job by Christmas as the company focuses on making chocolate rather than selling it at Claremont.
Thousands of excited Hawthorn fans have watched their team's last training session before Saturday's grand final. Their confidence grew with confirmation Captain Luke Hodge has overcome an injury scare.
They're a happy and greedy team at Hawthorn.
A lot of good people on the bus. Everyone's in the right spirits, and come on, Eagles!
Back at Waverley Park, the message is, bring it on.
Really? Where are we? Really? Excited!
They certainly are. We'll stay with us still to come in our broadcast. The big catch in the Bass Strait that left two fishermen reeling. Prince Harry devotes himself to a new lifelong mission, and the local virtual training tool helping steer ships in icy environments. Welcome back. The sky's the limit for young women taking part in an Air Force flight camp in Hobart. Two young Tasmanians among the would-be flight crews seeing firsthand what Defence Force jobs can offer. The RAAF wants women to make up 25% of the force by 2023.
We give them an experiential where they go flying in an aircraft, in simulators. We take them, if we have the opportunity, we take them through PT, like physical training and things like that, and they suddenly realise that it is a career that they can achieve.
For anyone interested, the flight camp is expected to return in 2016. A satellite designed to deliver high-speed internet to rural Australia has been successfully launched from a South American space centre. It lifted off early this morning, carrying the national broadband's first satellite into orbit.
$500 million on a rocket, half a world away.
Now let's take a look at the day's business and finance news with thanks to Tasplan, your local super fund. The Australian share market has closed higher for a second day in a row in the wake of positive overseas leads and better than expected Chinese manufacturing data. The ASX 200 index rising 90.5 points. A short time ago, the Australian dollar was trading at 70.58 US cents and 63.32 euro cents. Sport is next with Michael, and the Hawks received some pretty good news.
Yes, Luke Hodge is going to play in the grand final, but we'll have other selection news a little later on. Also tonight, Tim Payne takes over the reins for the Canes ahead of this season's Big Bash series. Good evening, everyone. Hawthorn skipper Luke Hodge has declared himself a certain starter for Saturday's grand final against West Coast. The Hawks' other injury concern, Jack Gunston, also impressed in the club's open training session.
As their heroes hit the track, Hawks fans were focused on Luke Hodge, who'd been on light duty since a heavy fall on Friday night.
Now to the all-important team selections for this weekend's grand final. Hawthorn has dropped Billy Hartung for Saturday's grand final against the West Coast Eagles, making way for leading goal kicker Jack Gunston. I'm joined by Nathan Templeton, and Nathan, Hartung wasn't necessarily the player expected to be left out.
He wasn't, Michael. Many predicted that Ryan Schoenmakers would make way. He's a more similar type of player to Gunston, but they've elected instead to drop the speeds to Billy Hartung and gone in a bit taller, perhaps leaving Schoenmakers in there as a backup to combat the Eagles' very tall forward line. And when you look at this Hawthorn side, what a strong team it is. There are 20 premiership players. Schoenmakers and James Frawley, the ex-Demon, the only two who haven't won a flag. The emergencies are Hartung, Segler, the backup ruckman, and Litherland, the running defender. No Langford or Simpkin in the extended squad. And as we have a look at the Eagles side, that is unchanged. A very strong team as well, but in contrast, only 3 premiership players. Xavier Ellis, who actually won his flag at Hawthorn, Sherrod Wellingham, who won one at Collingwood, and Sam Butler, the only remaining player from the Eagles' 2006 premiership side. Their emergencies are McGinnity, Scott Selwood and Lycett. So both teams pretty much at full strength. The stage is beautifully set. Michael?
No doubt, Nathan. It is getting a bit nervous at the moment.
I know, you're a bit edgy. You're a bit edgy. Coming up next, Murph will be joining us with the weather forecast.
Good evening. Hobart 19 degrees today, Launceston and Burnie 14, Devonport reached 15. Hobart Airport, the high around the state, 20. Lyawini, the low with -2. A light shower over the west and later over the central and north today. Mount Reid 22 mils, Strathgordon 7 millimetres. Campania and Bushy Park 19 degrees. Grove and Fingal 18. Ouse 17, Flinders Island and Cressy 16. King Island, St Helens and Sheffield 15. Wynyard and Bridport 14 degrees. A bit cooler in Strawn 13 the top. Into tomorrow we go. A windy day but mostly sunny for Hobart, warming up to 24, 23 for Huonville, 25 for Campania. The numbers look good. Conditions will be hampered by that wind. Sunny for Launceston, 21, 17 the top for Devonport. Georgetown, a little bit of cloud but fine, and 18. Burnie, a partly cloudy 17 degrees, 18 the top for Strawn. Wynyard partly cloudy as well and 18 degrees. St Helens, becoming windy, a sunny day, 21, 22 the high for Swansea and Port Arthur. On Saturday, a warm to hot day but very windy again, so be careful with the grand final barbecues. A light shower may move over the southwest later. Fine and mostly sunny on Sunday apart from an early shower over the west and far south. And on Monday, fine and mostly sunny, fresh and gusty northwesterly winds. Partly cloudy in Perth. Sunny in Adelaide, Melbourne, Sydney and Brisbane. In fact, sunny for all the centres up north tomorrow, apart from a cloudy patch or two over Cairns. And conditions here clear and 14 degrees. And on International Elder Persons Day, Joe, that's the weather.
Thanks so much, Murph. That's all from us. Have a lovely evening. Good night.